nice houses here. I wouldn't mind getting one. Not a house. I've got a house, but I'm not living in a field or anything like that. Oh, he's having a laugh, that joker. He's having a laugh. Hello everybody and welcome to Driving with Goldbridge. I've got to say I've always loved driving cars, and probably been doing it since the age of about 5. Used to drive little Matchbox toy cars around the carpet. Then I progressed up to Grand Prix San Marino on the Mega Drive when I was about 9. Had a remote control car, and then when I was about 17 I started driving real cars. We're stuck in traffic at the moment, so yeah, driving's always been something that I've really enjoyed. And I tell you, it's freezing cold at the moment. You'll notice my eyes moving around. Check your mirrors, always checking your mirrors. We're at a junction at the moment. Bloody hell, go! Slower than bloody a snail at its own funeral there. There's a gap wider than the planet. Right, here's my turn. Look, right, left, didn't even indicate. Doesn't matter. There we go. We're off, we're up and running. So we're on a drive with Goldbridge here, always looking ahead until I check my mirrors. I could do driving lessons with Goldbridge, couldn't I? But don't look at the camera when you're moving, because you're not fully in control of your vehicle. But normally I'd have the radio on, smooth FM, absolute 90s. Cold and frosty morning, there's not a lot to say about the things. That would never be on. They'd never put an Oasis song on like that. You're talking more about things such as wherever I lay my head, that's my home. It's a lovely day. It's a lovely frosty day today. God, that's not even running. I tell you what, the amount, I don't want to go on about the old people massive again, because I feel that I'm mentioning them a lot, but I have noticed a real increase in old people running. I say running, it's not really running. I think they've had a scare, and I applaud them for having a scare. I don't applaud them for having a scare, but I applaud them for realising that they're in the vulnerable group, and that therefore they suddenly start thinking about exercise. I applaud that. I applaud that effort. I would applaud it, but you should always have 2 hands on the wheel. Actually, I've always been a one-handed driver, and I haven't really. I am one-handed driving at the moment as a change gear, but I've always been I'm very bad at having 2 hands on the wheel. I remember when I did my test they said that, but straight over the roundabout there, no issues, textbook. Yeah, they're out running a lot. It's too late. It's like giving up smoking when you've smoked 60 a day for 100 years. You know, starting doing a little run now, and it's not even a run. It's like a quick walk at best with a bad back. But fair play. They're trying to make themselves better, and yeah, good luck to them, I say. Just don't. The thing is, they're probably putting themselves more at risk going for a run today than the benefits of trying to avoid a severe lung illness if you get COVID, because it's icy, and if you slip, it's not like the sponge last week. Unless you're not SpongeBob SquarePants, if you fall over, you're not gonna get any cushioning. Your brittle bones are gonna snap. It's frosty, it's hard concrete, so you're gonna hurt yourself. That's what I would say. Anyway, a lovely drive here. I've also got to be careful of ice myself, because yeah, you've got to do that. But the other runner there, probably about 42, more reasonable. She's going to get something out of it running at 42. If she keeps it going, she might elongate her life by about 5 to 10 years. Look at that. Look, it thinks it's Nigel Mansell. I've just come to a junction. Oh, I'm in a Jaguar. I'm not going to stop. Speeds up to the junction, comes out. Look at him. Indicates. I'll give him that. Give him half an inch and he'll be off. And he had a moustache. Thinks he's bloody Nigel Mansell. Get with the times, mate. Get with the time. I want to go down here. Indicate. Slowly round the corner. Smoothly. I think this is the road I want to go on. A country drive with Goldbridge. Anyway, I'll just let me get through this. I say traffic, it's a parked car. What was I going to talk about next? There was a few things I wanted to talk about. I was thinking the other day actually about this, that, you know, life, it's a funny old thing, life, isn't it? And have I achieved in life? I think I've surprised people in life. That's something that I've done. I often think about this in the shower. Don't want any surprises in the shower, really. I had a big surprise in the shower today. Not what you're thinking. You'll take it down, mark it. I had a big surprise in the shower today. I was having a shower and I just saw this blood dropping, and I thought, no, that's not me. I'm a man. And it was dripping on the thing, and I was like, where's it coming from? I'm not in pain. I'm not. Where could it be? And I touched my nose, and it was red. I wasn't Rudolph, or I wasn't dressed up as a clown or anything like that. No, it was red because I had a nosebleed in the shower, and I was worried. I was like, oh, I'm getting to that age now, I'm getting nosebleeds, what could it be? I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. I might be hemorrhaging from a tumour or something like that. And then I remembered what had happened. Last week I was doing a stream for Manscaped. This is not sponsored by Manscaped, I shouldn't have mentioned it because they're not getting anything out of it, but I was using the nasal hair trimmer, and I remembered I'd gone up a bit far and I felt a bit of pain. I thought, I bet what you've done, you've cut your nose, it's scabbed over, and now you've knocked it in the shower from the heat or something like that, and it's caused a nosebleed. So that was my big surprise in the shower today. But I was thinking about life and how I've probably shocked a lot of people in my life. I don't think many people thought when I was 18 I would leave a little country village to go and live in Ireland, and that made me. And I bet if you spoke to my teachers and stuff like that, if they can remember me, they should do. I got kicked out quite a lot. The worst thing I ever did at school, and I've told it you before, the worst thing I ever did at school was I was in English, and I was talking away, and he really wanted to talk about this book by this Shakespeare bloke. I think he wrote a few. I think he was quite good, and I was talking about Andy Cole's goal the night before, and for United, and he was like, nobody wants to hear you talking about football. And I went, oh, I think they do. I think they'd rather listen to me talking about football than this rubbish story about romance by somebody no one's ever heard of. I mean, who's called Romeo these days? And he came right up to me and he went, this is one of the greatest stories ever written. And I said, well, last night's goal for Andy Cole was one of the greatest goals of the month. It might be goal of the month. And he got right in my face, and I went, are you doing this on purpose? And I said, can you back off, please? Your coffee breath is now becoming pungent. And everybody laughed, but I got kicked out. And I look back on it now and I just think this is what teachers have to put up with. God be people. But a lot of my teachers, if you had asked them honestly at the time, would have said, he's not going to amount to anything. He's too, he doesn't concentrate. And I think a lot of my life I've probably surprised people. But, oh, roundabout, saw it come in, they indicated. Well done, well done. I think teachers are, there's a lot of teachers are like that though, aren't they, that are really, you'll never amount to anything, and they're wrong. I remember they used to say that to this lad, Joe, in my class, you'll never amount to anything. Well, he runs his own business now, his own delivery business. He's got a white van. It's not like Amazon or anything like that. He just goes around delivering parcels. I think he makes enough to sort of get by, but he's got his own business now, and they said that he'll never amount to anything. Granted, he did go to prison for about 10 years, but second chances, and he's got his own business now. So there you go. And we're not going to talk about what he went to prison for because it's unsavoury. But I never liked him anyway. But I personally, if I'd have been a teacher, I would have said he wouldn't amount to anything. But there's always hope. There's always hope, and that's the main thing, really. Sorry, I'm sure that red car was somebody I don't like. I think, well, I say I don't like them, they don't like me. That's how I tend to live my life, really. Nice houses here. I wouldn't mind getting one.
Not a house. I've got a house, but I'm not living in a field or anything like that. I've got a house, but they're massive. I've always wanted my aspiration in life is not to have a Ferrari or a swimming pool. I just want a snooker room. It's got to have a snooker table in it, but I've just always wanted a snooker table. Yeah. So yeah, we're back. I had to cut there because the phone was going. I had to stop because you can't obviously look at the car and can't look at the road and be on your phone. You've got to choose. And ideally, if you're driving, you want to be looking at the road, not being on your phone. So yes, but yeah, as I was saying, you're always going to have enemies in life. I don't know whether I was saying that, but I was building up to that. So let's get on with it. You're always going to have enemies in life, and I think that if you don't have enemies, you're not doing something right. Because there's a guy walking on the road here. He's got a yellow jacket on. No, he's not. He's on the pavement. He's on the pavement. It's all right. Got sunglasses on. Thinks he's cool. Thinks he's Tom Cruise in Top Gun. You haven't got a plane. Where's your plane? I think sunglasses in the winter are just poncy, really. Although medically they might be required. You might suffer from dry eye. You might have, you know, problems with your eyes. In which case, it's fine. Just hold a certificate up saying I'm wearing them because of a medical condition. Otherwise, people like me will think you look a bit of a show off. Yes, but yeah, enemies. I've got lots of enemies, and I don't care about them. I've got no interest in enemies, because my thing is, if you haven't got enemies, then you're not doing something right. What about the reality is the world is full of fools who never get it right. That's lightning seeds. The world is full of fools, who never get it right. You've got nothing to lose, so give it all a try. Put your foot down and drive. Oh, you're a silly thing. Yeah, so yeah, enemies. You're gonna have enemies in life. If you know, it's just the way it's gonna be. People are gonna be bitter about and jealous, because that's a human trait, as we know. So they're not gonna like you, enemy. You're a bit of a coward, actually, aren't you, if you don't have enemies? Because there's lots of bad people in the world, and if you don't have enemies, that means you've never stood up for what's right. You know, you've never fallen out of people because you don't agree with what they're doing. You're passive. And I'm a firm believer that if you haven't got enemies, you're not living the life that you should. You know, you've got to stand up to people. There are bad people in this world. If you don't stand up to them, you know, you stand up to a bad person, they're not going to like you for it. You're going to be an enemy. So, good people who do things right end up with enemies. And that can be standing up to a bully at school and they don't like you anymore, to things like, you know, someone's waiting in a car park or someone backs out for that space, you drive in at the perfect time, you take the space. That person who's been waiting for that space, you're going to be an enemy. And some people would say, well, that's not a good thing to do, but snooze, you lose. Timing's everything. Timing is everything in life. You know, if I drive into the car park at the right space at the right time, and I drive straight into the space and you've been waiting a few minutes for it, I'm sorry, I don't see it. Get me a rule book about that. That's just timing. Timing. It's like conception. You know, there's plenty of them little things swimming around to be the one who gets there first. It's just timing. Some of them might have swum off really fast. They get tired. He or she, I think it is actually a he, the one who swims, isn't it? They just, you know, keep a bit of energy back, and they go for it. They get there. I'm all for it. All for it. Pleasant area this. I don't live here. I just thought, you know, I didn't want to get carjacked or anything like that, so I thought I put it into the sat nav. Take me to an area that's got a low crime rate. They probably do have a high crime right here for burglaries, because there's a lot of nice houses, but not at this time of the day. We're safe. We're not going to get carjacked. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Round the corner, nice and smooth. Bloody another one's just done it there. It's a junction. Give way. It's not speed up and try and cut people up. frustrating. Just walking the dogs. Look, probably going home for a nice soup lunchtime, because it is lunchtime. Another couple there, a bit older, they'll be eating soup. It's probably all they can get through their gummy teeth. I fancy some soup myself, actually. Quite like oxtail soup. Tomato soup, I do like it on occasion, but it can be a bit tangy tomatoes. Old Willow Barn, shout out to the Old Willow Barn. Rich people, don't get me started on them. I don't mind rich people who've earned the money, but you know the ones who born into it, like Piers Morgan. I don't know whether he is born into it actually. He'll probably tell you he's worked hard, but I don't know many people that are working class with a name called Piers. I've got respect for people who basically work themselves up from a background that's different to the one they end up in. I'm not talking about window cleaners climbing a ladder. I'm talking about, you know, if you grow up in a 2-bedroom house and you end up in a 4-bedroom house, well done. You've worked for it. Unless you marry into money, they're even worse. They're worse. The wag brigade, I call them. People who just aspire to marry somebody who's wealthy and then go and get their hair done and buy nice dresses and makeups. And that could be a man. That could be a man. In this day and age, nothing's off limits, is it really? You can dress like you like. And why not? That's the world we live in. And I, for one, have to say it's better than it was the one I grew up in. Because to be honest, there was a lot of things that weren't good then and are better now. But as in everything in life, there are a lot of things now that if you'd told me 20 years ago, I would have cried. Police car just gone past me there. It's all right, I'm just talking. Screw the police. No, respect the police, they do a good job, most of them. Hello and welcome to the shootout between Seb, Maddie and Daddy. We've got 5 people and we've got the Joker missile launcher. You get 5 shots, and to be not sexist, we've even got Wonder Woman there with Batman, Robin, Bane, I'm thinking of wrestling, and the Joker. Seb's up first. Take your first shot. Miss. Take shot 2, Seb. Oh, nearly, Robin. Right. Yeah! Shot 3. He's done it.
I got one.
Keep Robin down. Stay down, Robin. Stay down. Shot 4. Oh, he's having a laugh, that Joker. He's having a laugh.
That was a bit over here.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Shot 5. Oh, Batman stays on his feet.
Look, he turned that way. I'm gonna do it.
Wings of Steel.
No.
Seb gets a bonus shot for 6.
Yeah. No, Daddy, that was really.
Oh, he's down. He's down. Yeah. Right. Go on then. Shot 6.
Okay.
He's got 2. Oh, what a shot! What a double shot. He's taken 2 out, so Seb scores 3. The feet. No. Behind the line, the front feet.
Alright, okay.
Right, Madeline's going up shot 1. She's missed.
Yes.
She's missed it.
I want to give it a Maddie. I want to give it a Maddie.
Shh, shot 2. She's took out Wonder Woman. She's not a feminist. She's took out Wonder Woman. Right, shot 3. Bane is down. Bane is down. She's got 2 shots to level up with Seb. Shot 4 for Madeline. Get them wheels back. On they are. Oh, shot 4 and she's took out Robin. But she's got to go for Joker. This is what they call a split on bowling. It's impossible to get both.
I got 5. I got 1, 2.
She's going for Batman. She's took him out. Shot 5. She's took 4 out. Shot 1 for Goldbridge. Or Daddy. Load me up. First shot's easy. Robin, you're going down. Down, Robin. Down. Shot 1. Shot 2. He's having a laugh. He's going for the Joker. Oh, 2 out of 2. Oh. Shot 3. I'm going to leave the lady till last. I'm a gentleman. Batman, you're going down. Oh, 3 out of 3. Someone was sharpshooter. I learnt all this in archery class. Shot 4, Kane, Bane. Don't matter. Passes it.
I'm going to pass it for you.
This is to win it. The perfect 5. Get him on the penalty shootout. I'm sad to do this to a lady, but you're going down, Wonder Woman. There's nothing wonderful about you. Goodbye. He's a winner. 5 on 5. Age before beauty. The experienced guy wins. Come back next week where I'll beat my kids at another game. Oh, we're on a bloody walk again, and it's like the bloody 4 seasons. Every time I'm out, it's either bloody snowing, raining, and now we're in sort of a combination of snow and rain, I think. I think you call it hail. But we're only on this walk. I've got Seb and Maddie with me. We're only on this walk because it's Sunday, bloody Sunday. And it's just bloody typical. Fair weather walkers, really, because they're never out. You know, if I want to do this walk on a Monday, there's 2 down there, bloody idiots. I was just on the bridge. You might recognise this background. I'm quite near the bridge, and we were just playing stuff, chucking rocks into the bridge, and then there's two bloody walkers with big bobble hats and gloves. I'm looking at them over there. They've gone around the corner now. They're like, we're trying to get past. I said, yeah, we're throwing rocks in. Rocks in the water. Walk past then. They're like, well, it's not very wide. I went, well, that's not my problem. Lose weight. Well, they didn't like that. I said, if you want to get past while we're throwing rocks in the river, swim. There's lots of currents in there. Well, there's lots of currents in a currant bun. Don't eat it. But yeah, I don't know. Plenty of room for people to get past, and they're old enough to have had the vaccine. I'm surprised they weren't more lippy when I gave them a bit of lip about walking past. I'm surprised they didn't pull out a bloody... what do walkers have? You know, gang members might pull out a bloody weapon. These vaccine crew, their weapon's probably a thermometer or I don't know what old people... a map, an ordnance survey map. What are you going to do? Paper cut me? Anyway, it's died down a little bit now. Seb, are you cold? Yeah. You cold? You've got gloves on. Where'd you get them gloves from? Oh. We're going back. We're going back. We've been caught out by this. We knew it was a cold day today. They're calling it the beast from the east, which is actually very accurate because there's no beast here. And we're not in the east, but apparently down in London, this is what happens in the UK, so London-centric. Oh, it's the beast from the east because it's going to get blizzards and everything. No blizzards here because we are also part of the UK, up north and in the Midlands, but because it's going to snow in London, everybody's talking about it, but there's no snow here. It's actually just starting to snow a little bit, but I'll edit that bit out. But yes, on another walk. I wasn't actually going to put this pic in, but we are on a walk, and I better get home because Seb's hands are cold, and we're having roast chicken for dinner with bread sauce and stuffing, and the stuffing's on the dinner. That's nothing that's happening this afternoon when the kids... Anyway, I digress. We're heading back. More people in the background, look, walkers, or as I call them, take the L out, put an N in. They're not walkers. Sunday, bloody Sunday. It's always the same. They're everywhere. Even on this walk, there's about 5 of them up there.
Like normally you walk on here any time in the week, there's nobody about. Sunday, oh, I must go out on a walk. It's like the March of the Idiots. I must go out on a walk and annoy people. Walk of the wankers, as I call it.